The autumn afternoon was peaceful as I walked through the city park after another long meeting. Most people hurried past without noticing the elderly man sitting quietly on an old wooden bench. His worn clothes revealed years of hardship, but his eyes still carried dignity. Then he looked at me and spoke words I never expected to hear. With trembling hands, the old man gently reached toward me. His voice cracked as he whispered, "Please, pretend you're my son." I froze, unsure what he meant or why he had chosen me. Before I could answer, he glanced nervously toward the park entrance. Two police officers slowly walked toward the bench from across the pathway. Henry quietly explained that he was afraid of being taken away alone. He simply wanted to feel like he still had family standing beside him. His request came from loneliness, not fear. Without hesitation, I sat beside him and gently held his hand. I smiled warmly and called him Dad. The officers slowed their pace after seeing our conversation. Henry's eyes immediately filled with tears. The officers introduced themselves politely and explained they had received a welfare call. They only wanted to make sure Henry was safe and healthy. After speaking with both of us, they thanked me for staying with him. The situation became calm within minutes. After the officers left, Henry quietly apologized for involving me. I assured him there was nothing to apologize for. Sometimes kindness only requires a few minutes of someone's time. He smiled for the first time that day. We spent the next hour talking about his life and the family he had once known. He shared stories filled with love, sacrifice, and unforgettable memories. Despite everything he had endured, he never spoke with bitterness. His gratitude touched my heart. As the sun began to set, I offered to drive Henry somewhere warm for dinner. He hesitated before quietly accepting the invitation. Neither of us realized that simple decision would change both our lives. Our journey had only just begun. During dinner, Henry revealed that he had once owned a successful family business. Years of personal loss and poor decisions had left him isolated. He never asked for money or sympathy. He only missed having someone to talk to. Before saying goodbye that evening, Henry thanked me for treating him with genuine respect. He handed me a folded piece of paper with a small address written on it. "Come visit me tomorrow," he said with a hopeful smile. I had no idea what awaited me there. The next morning, I drove to the address Henry had given me before leaving. Instead of a small apartment, I found the gates of a magnificent estate. The property stretched farther than I could see. I wondered if I had come to the wrong place. A professional butler greeted me by name and respectfully opened the gates. He smiled as though he had been expecting my arrival. Inside, the mansion looked like something from another world. Nothing made sense anymore. Moments later, Henry entered wearing clean clothes and looking years younger. He explained that the park was the only place where people treated him like an ordinary person. Most only cared about his fortune once they learned who he was. Kindness without expectations had become very rare. Henry shared the story of building a successful company decades earlier. His wealth had grown beyond anything he ever imagined. Yet after losing close family members, the large mansion felt painfully empty. Money had never replaced companionship. He thanked me for helping a stranger without asking for anything in return. Then he introduced me to his attorney and financial advisor. They explained that Henry wanted to establish a charitable foundation. He hoped I would help guide its mission. The foundation would support lonely seniors, shelters, and community programs. Henry believed no elderly person should ever feel forgotten. I accepted the responsibility with deep gratitude. Together, we began planning immediately. Within months, the foundation opened several community outreach programs. Volunteers visited seniors, organized meals, and offered companionship. Henry attended every event with a joyful smile. His purpose had returned. Local newspapers praised the foundation for changing countless lives. Henry quietly reminded everyone that one small act of kindness had started it all. He never wanted recognition for his generosity. Helping others was reward enough. One afternoon, Henry smiled and thanked me for accepting his unusual request in the park. He said that, for one brief moment, he truly felt like he had family again. I realized that simple compassion had changed both our lives. Neither of us would ever forget that day. As the sun set over the estate, I understood that true wealth is measured by the lives we touch. Henry had found companionship, and I had gained a lifelong friend. One moment of kindness created a legacy that would continue for generations. Sometimes, the greatest fortunes begin with a caring heart.